Hey guys, welcome back to Jan's Montreal beer reviews. So today we've got an interesting German beer. It's a Rauchbier, smoked beer from the authentic brewery from a town called Bamberg in Bavaria. This is the Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Weizen. So a few years ago I reviewed the original Marzen beer from this brewery, and nowadays we even get that in Montreal. I'm a fan of that beer. You know, it's a nice thing to have from time to time. It's nothing that I would drink all the time, but you know, it's a very nice specialty beer. Of course, smoked beer is a love-hate kind of thing. This one is interesting because they brew it with the traditional Bamberg smoked malts, meaning barley malts, and then they add unsmoked wheat malts. So in a way it's a wheat beer, but it's also still a traditional Rauchbier nonetheless. So this is 5.2% alcohol by volume. I bought this in Albany in the States because we can't get it here in Canada. It was a little expensive, but I was just interested to try it no matter what the price. I was kind of having a hard time deciding which glass to use for this beer, because on one hand it's a wheat beer, a hefeweizen, but then it's also Rauchbier, so for those beers you usually use this kind of straight edged glasses, kind of like a pint glass, but you know, very straight and a little wider. In the end I opted for the wheat beer glass, and I'm going to treat it like a Rauchbier wheat beer kind of mix. Okay, so without further ado, let's crack it open and see what this interesting smoked Weizen is all about. Okay, so I poured out the beer. It took me a while to wait for it to settle down, I guess. So the color of the beer is that kind of medium brown but very cloudy, slightly darker than a Dunkelweiß beer would be like, and a little lighter than I think the Marzen from Aecht Schlenkerla was. On the nose, that's really nice. You still get that intense kind of meaty smokiness. You know, if you've ever smelled a piece of smoked pork or something like that, it's that kind of intense dry smokiness you get. All the while, I'm still getting some bananas and some spiciness, so it smells like a wheat beer nonetheless. And I think overall the smokiness is a little less intense than it was in the Marzen. But I can't wait to try it. Cheers, guys. Excellent. I think I did the right thing when I decided to opt for the wheat beer glass, because it still tastes like a wheat beer. It's more a wheat beer that has that additional layer of smokiness, rather than, you know, a Rauchbier with some wheatiness added to it. It's not too intense in terms of body. Call it probably light to medium body. You get some nice caramel there, some bananas, some slight kind of cinnamon and clove spice, and then throughout the whole thing you get a nice kind of meaty and smoky touch to it. Get a hint of chocolate. Very nice. I think for the people who find the Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Marzen too intense, this might be a better choice, because it's not all about the smoke. It's much more than that. And being a 5.2% beer, this drinks really well. I didn't really give you any expectations this time around of the beer before I opened it, because I had no idea what to expect from this beer. But this is really nice. Totally worth the $6 or $7 I paid for it. Really good beer. I'll be back in a few moments, but so far so good. Okay guys, so for the final verdict on this lovely beer, I'm a huge fan of this one. I'm definitely liking it more than the Marzen, which was still a good beer, as I've said. I really appreciate the fact that the smokiness is not over the top and it doesn't dominate completely over the wheat beer components, I guess, of the, you know, of the flavor. But I'm really enjoying the kind of Dunkelweizen taste with all the banana and caramel, a little bit of spiciness, and the smoked malts really add a nice kind of sausage meaty layer on top of that. This is definitely more drinkable than the Marzen. It's not hefty, it doesn't become kind of heavy to drink, and I can definitely see myself drinking a few of these rather than just one, as I would say for the Marzen. If you enjoy Rauch beers in general, I'm sure you will enjoy this one. Good wheat beer, really good Rauch beer. That's my final verdict. There you go. Grade-wise, I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Absolutely lovely Rauch beer, one of the tastiest ones I've ever had. So 9 out of 10 for the Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Weizen. That's all I've got to say for this time around, guys. Highly recommended beer. And as always, stick to good beer. See you next time. Check out my other reviews. Like this video if you like this video. Cheers. Bye.